clear. Monks, gotta, rack up, back up, rack up, back up, rack up, back up, rack up. Need that, get that, back up, back up, rack up, back up, rack up, back up, rack up, back up, rack up, back up, back up. Bro wants to ice on his wrist, bro wants to turn to a freezer. There's no doubt with your girl, I was with her, went to meet her. Rack up, rack up, backs, rack up, backs, rack up, ayy. Need that, get that, rack up, rack up. Look at the flare, look over there. That is a man, it's me and my guys. You can't compare. Name me a time you ain't ran up a check. That's very rare. They will hate and no, I cannot care. No, I cannot care. Like a red polar like Dennis the Menace. My weed from the chemist. How many times I've been
Man, I don't know about y'all. Back in high school, I wore the green contacts.
Oh, you were one of those?
I was one of those, but it was like green brownish, you know? Like, I don't know. I still look like that could be mine. Because people look at me like, oh, your eyes are beautiful. Cute.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely hit that hoe. I'm not gonna tell you yet.
I had color contacts.
And then I stopped.
Really? Okay. So, of course.
You said you did?
Hell
What
yeah.
color?
I had every color. Hazel. I went to the baby blue phase.
Oh, yeah, them baby blues.
What? You had them?
Bro, ugly as fuck. Like my mom still has a picture on her desk at work where I had contacts in. I'm like, fam,
Man.
why you blowing up my spot like this? Like, it's ugly as fuck. Like,
Did y'all ever dye your hair?
oh, bro.
Only brown.
I did all the light skin things you could possibly. Honey brown, honey blonde, brown.
I did it all.
That's why my eyes is bad now, though.
What? From
Wearing
them
them hair
contacts? They were
store.
fake contacts?
They're from the beauty supply.
Oh my gosh, hell no. I couldn't do that.
Now I
The
need
only ones I
glasses.
got were like prescribed.
Of course. I was head ass and went to the place where you can get weave and contacts. Like, what? I get Cheetos right next to the contacts. This is not probably the spot for
That
this.
is hilarious, man. I'm not doing that. Not doing it. I couldn't do that.
I shouldn't have done that. Somebody just told me like hell. And I feel like my mom was like, stop doing that. But I was like, no, this is cool. I got the eyeliner with the contacts. Terrible combination.
Sure.
So
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do when you're young. You're supposed to have fun, right?
Well,
You have the
but
wings
you're
on the
also
side.
you're finding yourself. You
you
know, you're dyeing your
finding
hair.
yourself,
You're
being
changing your
rebellious,
style up.
rebellious.
Yeah.
Shit.
Now I'm old and I can't see. Because I wanted to wild out when I was young.
That's
Those contacts aren't
hilarious.
worth it, man.
Y'all ever go through like an emo or a skater phase?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still in that phase. That's
Okay, yeah.
that's where I'm at right now.
I never went through. You went through emo?
I went through a skater phase, not through an emo
So like
phase.
wearing like Vans and stuff like that.
Hella
or,
Vans,
Like trying to learn how to
jeans,
skate.
skinny
day.
jeans, skinny
Yeah.
jeans from
Skinny jeans for
to Hot
life.
Topic.
Yeah.
Spencer's.
Yeah.
Really?
Ass guys out
A
here.
little bit.
Listening to NERD every day. Yeah, like
Yeah, that's some funny stuff.
I was like, bro, I gotta learn how to kickflip today.
And then it was like the music that came out, like Audio Push.
Yeah.
And then even Lupe Fiasco and his
Yeah.
whole kid. You know, like it was people that kind of encouraged that movement
Yeah,
too.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
So-
Daft Punk was a good, like, definitely Daft Punk's whole wave was like, for me, like, yeah.
Shit, every now and then, like when I'm trying to get pumped for work, I'll put on my old school playlist, like play My Chemical Romance and All Time Low and like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, All American Rejects. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wow, what are the
Man.
All American Rejects, bro?
I would be blasting Paramore to this day. Paramore is one of
yeah.
my favorite bands. I'm talking about old Paramore.
Paramore
It's like
is
my favorite
definitely for
band.
the kids that went through emo phase.
So maybe I went through it. I just
Yeah.
didn't, not on a dark level. Because I'm thinking emo, I'm thinking like black,
Yeah.
like everything
It's
black.
black,
But maybe I did go through a certain type
Yeah, I
of emo.
think that's more goth.
Goth? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't go through the goth phase, but I was definitely emo. Like,
Okay, maybe I
I
was
was a
emo
little
then.
Uzi, though. I was a little Uzi emo.
Uzi?
Yeah.
Uzi emo.
I got to see Paramore live.
You did?
Like,
How was it?
the first concert I went to was No Doubt Paramore in
How was
Missouri.
it,
It
man?
was so
Like Haley has
fam.
them vocals.
Man,
She can sing her butt off.
Effortless.
Like, I'm like, how do you get that much air to bring that note out? Like, where is this coming from? She as small as me, like, you know? She is talented. You listen to Paramore?
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, not
talented.
as much.
Not, no, I'm talking about old. Old Paramore was who I was really a fan of. But.
Even some of their new shit. Like, I caught myself playing some stuff a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
and
like, I got some stuff too.
Yeah.
I started listening back to the new.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna check them out. See what's going on, you know.
Just for nostalgia sake.
Yeah, of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? Go back and but no, they still be putting out some hot gems.
Yeah, no, they good. That's Haley, man. But they all talented, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paramore was definitely the soundtrack for high school, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It was definitely like, this is how I feel. They just understand.
You know what's crazy though? I guess going through the emo phase and that, like realizing it. But for me, I learned to appreciate the art of rock. Like just the art of actually knowing how to play a guitar.
Yeah.
Like they actually make a guitar sing. Like it's like dun, 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 you know, it's just like what am I listening to right now? Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a whole vibe.
And shout out to all the older brothers and sisters who put their little brothers and sisters on game with music. But that's what my brother was for me.
Oh, he put you on game?
Yeah, I grew up listening like with him, Lenny Kravitz, and A Perfect Circle, like all types of just clean ass rock. And just thank you.
Yeah,
like thank you. Like
my dad was that for me. Like he put me on all kinds of shit, like literal from Hall and Oates to Smokey and the Bandits, like to like every the Doobie Brothers, like everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then I had a cousin who put me on like Eminem to like Matchbox 20 to like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah,
he used to like take us on camping trips, and that's all we would listen to. Like, and so
I feel like my cousin, one of my older cousins, I feel like he put me on to music, but not. I took like he always, you know, I still look up to him, but I looked up to him as a kid because it's like he was much older, but we would hang out, you know, and he would always have. You know, me and him have a love of Brandy together to this day. We literally can sing Brandy together.
Brandy needs to get her flowers,
like,
bro. Brandy is a legend, dog.
She is definitely
Brandy.
Brandy, if you listening ever, like you're my favorite artist ever.
Bro, no
like
lie.
I learned how to do runs because of you.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm just saying, my cousin put me onto that R&B vibe, and then I took it a step further with rock and jazz and you know whatever else music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the point that I would play rock in the car growing up as a teenager. And my mom was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, bro. I listen to that death metal sometimes, and people be like, "Bro, get out. You tripping?"
Like, but black people can't. It's funny because black people can't like vibe with certain genres, but don't understand that genres exist because of us.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's like they be like, "You're so different. You're just weird.
You're weird."
And it's like, bro, why I can't listen to this? And still, black people be quick to take your black card for everything.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
revolt.
can't dance.
Revolt.
Oh, you said you talk like what?
Revolt.
Yeah, like damn.
You don't listen to Drake? Revolt. Like
You don't know any Hot Boy songs?
Revolt. Hold on. You don't know how to speak the slang?
Yeah.
Revolt.
It's like, dang, can I just remain black? Like,
Loads of keys. You
They
too light.
found
You
me
look
about
mixed. Revolt. Like,
no, but I really appreciate my cousin Gerald because he put me on different genres of music, and it helped me. Like for the longest, I didn't really know about. Like I wasn't on R&B like that. Like my mom listened to everything from George Clinton to R. Kelly, and I listened to a lot of that. Like I knew Betty Wright songs and stuff like that. But what I listened to, what my preference was you know the Paramores or you know the NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys.
I blasted them too. Man, listen. I don't know.
Hold on. We going back.
Wait. You definitely went back because like I don't know if y'all remember it was a little like MP3 toy you could get.
Yeah.
Where you pop it in.
Oh,
So I had NSYNC on mine. I had like Britney Spears, like Christina Aguilera. Bro, I had a little toy. I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember because I had it. Like I remember the Game Boy, all that stuff. Like we actually grew up in a good time, bro.
We really did.
Like our time was actually dope. You know?
We were on the cusp of like when the internet was about to really pop in a way where you could use it and it was accessible.
And technology was like slowly like you know
it was like together. You could do things that were like technical, but it would only go so far.
Yeah,
like we still had to have. We were the gray You know
The
what I'm
gray
saying?
area.
Like, kids got unlimited access to the
way.
internet.
Yeah,
We
that's a
had,
good
like,
way to put it.
you know what I'm saying? You pick up the phone and like, still can't use the computer. Like, damn, man.
Or
Like,
that fax machine sound. Like when you call
yeah.
somebody, like,
Hey, bro, when you pick up
know?
the phone and you hear that shit, you like,
dang it.
guess I'm not getting on the internet tonight.
Right. It's got, guess it's slow down, Tom.
Yeah, bro, I had one of those too.
That's
It was kind of
crazy.
worthless because you only heard a snippet of the song. So it's like, damn, I just want to buy the album now.
And it's crazy because I, like, thinking about all this now, I remember my first cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Them
saying?
shits, yeah. What was a touchscreen? Like
Touchscreen, right. What was that?
Luxury.
Fam.
Bro, we had to hit those numbers like 10 times.
I remember my first cell phone. It was a Nokia, like the small.
Yeah.
That was my first cell phone. Like I think I got a flip. Yeah, I had a flip phone after that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we grew up in the flip phone age. We're old.
Bro, we grew up in the green and black stage, like Snake.
Man.
Did y'all remember when the Razors came out?
Yeah,
the
I
Razor
had one.
phones.
I had to
The
have
Razor
one.
Man,
phones.
and it came in the hot pink. And
That's
then, like,
the one
the
I had.
I had the hot pink.
I was
too.
on the hot
That
pink.
shit was
Yeah,
Oh my
bro.
God.
It was clean.
Yo, that was like when you were popping. If you
Yeah,
had a
you was-
razor, you was popping because your pictures would come out. They'd be tiny as shit, but they was like color. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And you could buy games on the razor. Like you could buy like pool and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You could get on the internet a little bit. Like, yeah, the razor was pretty hot. I definitely was popping with my razor. I had a sidekick too.
So I'm gonna stop y'all. Fam, we went back in the day real quick, had about some past experiences, but we do want to welcome you back to After 2 a.m. This is your girl Ammi, as always.
Yeah, Michelle URL. What's up?
Chamelle.
The homie in the back, Chamelle. But yeah, as y'all were listening, we were definitely going back in time. And if y'all can definitely relate to what we talking about, shoot us a message, give us some feedback. Like, bro, it makes me like smile. Like, I'm cheesing right now thinking about the past. Like, all that stuff. Like, I remember the CD. Like, the CD player, like, the tape recorder.
That was so inconvenient. Like, such inconvenience to carry that whole around.
It was.
And then
Like,
if your CD had scratches on it, you had to hold
shit
it.
was- yeah.
Real, like
You had to hurt
gotta
a
be
certain
careful
way.
with it, because it's like, it'll quickly be like, check disc.
Uh-huh.
Like, bro, I just hear it.
I remember like just the whole portfolio of CDs, like the book,
Oh,
the CD pockets, fam.
Yeah.
Yo,
Dude.
let me, hey, as soon as you get to the crib, it's no check that ox. Let me get your book, bro.
Let me get
See what you got in it.
Let me get your book.
Like, how was you spending, like, how was you really a DJ at a party? And you got, like, these CDs.
all these CDs. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I remember I had, like, 5 CDs. Like, the Christina Aguilera, Genie in a Bottle album. Baby One More Time.
Absolutely.
Bow Wow's album.
Yeah, Bow Wow.
NSYNC, their first album. And I had Backstreet Boys.
All those artists were popping at
Millennium.
that time.
Those was my those was my shits, like my go-to. Like I would listen to them shits heavy. Like Millennium, man, I used to listen to that crazy. I probably remember all the words to this day. That was my catalog, and my cousins was like, "What?" Like I go hang out with my cousins, and they would be like, "Damn, fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Where's the Genuine? Where's the TLC? Where's the Brandy, my nigga?
Aaliyah.
Like, where's the Aaliyah? I was like, what?
Oh.
Are you niggas speaking English?
Shit, that baby face was
Bro.
like Tony back in the day, fam.
You know.
Oh, what did the kids know about it? What the kids listen
Bro, I
to?
was dancing nasty at like 12 years old.
Yeah.
To Genuine,
Once I got on Pony and stuff, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Jump on it. Let's do it. Hey, ride it. My phone it. Look, and I'm over here like 11, 12. I'm like, don't even know what I'm doing. Like, just know it's like put you in that mood. It's funny how music can F with you in that way. It's like it puts you in a vibe instantly, you know?
And it still jams to this
It's
day.
still jam. That's
put the club
that is called music.
Yep.
This other bubblegum stuff where you this melody rapping. Like,
This is definitely classical. That's definitely classic shit. Because, like, when I hear Pony to this day or So Anxious, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
9 o'clock, home alone, hating you. When you come over my place.
Everyone, let me know.
Bro, it's just like Look, she going.
Okay, we're done.
But no, for real, like, man, that would put you in a vibe. Like,
Yeah, Brandy definitely has some hits. I was Brandy's biggest fan back in the day.
man, Brandy,
Brandy,
her butt off.
Cause she was like popping. She had Moesha. She had like that Cinderella.
Yeah.
Which I'm a major Whitney Houston fan. Like you had Whitney
She
Houston.
had both of them
Whoopi
together.
Goldberg,
How about that? Yeah.
Brandy, and then like a bunch of other like A-list celebrities.
Right,
like,
in a movie.
In the movie.
History.
And it was,
You know what
that
I'm
was,
saying?
like,
History. Like,
that was
classic
poppin'.
film.
Impossible. Like, yo, I remember 90% of those songs. Because it was,
Like, just the way she even
Yo.
sing it, I'm just like,
y'all gonna make me go on Amazon and buy that shit tonight.
that is so crazy, man.
Kids are like, that wasn't even that long ago. And like a 20-year-old kid would be like, damn, you old as fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, bro, what you mean? That shit was, you was a baby when that shit was happening. You
Right, they
just-
don't understand though, cause they're on this technology cusp. You know what I'm saying? Like this technology age right now.
Technology has definitely grown niggas
It's
up.
it's grown in the last 5 years even.
Yeah, and it gets
You
faster
know?
and faster. It keeps just
Yeah,
progressing.
like low key, I was hanging with some people and they was like, they had heard that Google has invested in like something that can make you live forever. And that obviously means that's turning you into a robot. I mean, I'm just saying. So it's like technology is getting that deep, but I don't think I want to live forever.
I don't think so either.
Like,
I don't know.
no, I want
might
to do my
pass.
time and then
leave
my legacy.
time.
Larry King was talking about something like that. He was doing an interview and he was saying that there's technology. Like basically he was speaking in terms of like, this is what's gonna happen. He was like, when I die, I want them to keep everything. Like I don't wanna I'm not donating any organs. I'm keeping my brain. All that shit needs to be intact so I can come back. Because I don't basically he wants to live forever and it's like for me, if everybody in my family is gone, like all my loved ones are gone, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
I've been here.
Do y'all watch Black Mirror?
Yes, I've seen some episodes.
I haven't seen everything, but I've definitely like looked at some clips.
There is there's one show, I can't remember what season, and I cannot remember the name of that episode right now.
Is it like
Man, that's
season
gonna
1?
I think it's season 2.
Okay.
It's not the first
Okay.
season or the last season.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how many seasons there are. But there's this one, and it's actually about two girls who are fond over one another. But basically the whole thing is like technology got to a point where they could basically extract your consciousness and put it into this this cloud.
That's cool,
Yeah,
crazy.
and,
like
and you could continue to live at this certain age. I don't know, it was like so interesting.
But it's like, this is my thing though. If they're able to create a show or even a movie about this stuff, that means this stuff is either in the works or it has already been created.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
I mean, that's
it
what
already
we're headed.
exists.
Like Janelle Monáe's a motion picture. Like that's basically.
Did you watch
what it
that
was.
movie?
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
That
like
was amazing.
Like
Have you
what
not
you're
seen
referring?
that? Have
Wait,
you, Janelle Monáe's visual album?
Yeah.
It's like 48 minutes long, but she did it a whole, like she did, you know where you put you can have a whole album of 10 songs.
Yeah.
And she did a video for each, but it's not like, it's a whole story behind it. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
a movie.
Yeah.
So, but it's dope as hell because literally the technology on there was definitely, I can see us being like that in the next 15 years even.
Yeah,
Like,
so basically it was her, and she was a dirty computer, and they were trying to erase her memory. And
They
it was
were
basically
erasing her
being
memory.
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So basically you're traveling through her memory.
yeah.
yeah.
And they're
what's
and they have control over. You see them have control, like these, you know, people. They're like,
And her mind is a cloud.
Basically.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
do it.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
that's crazy because honestly, that is it. Like I recently, my phone was disabled, so I had to basically restart it. And in doing that, I mean, you know, iPhones struggle. If you don't back your shit up, it's going to go back to when you last backed it up. And so for people who don't want to pay for storage, that might have been like 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to do that. Fortunately, I've saved everything on my computer. You know what I'm saying? So, but all of those memories, all those text messages, all that stuff, I'm just basically going back to square one. Like somebody texted me today and was saying something, and I was like, I don't know who the fuck this is. You know?
And you know, on that note, and the name of that show I think was called Junipero or something like that on Netflix. It's Black Mirror episode. But sometimes I'm someone, I don't save my stuff to a cloud, and and part of it is paranoia in a sense, and part of it is like I've been at points where I've had to start over because I've lost something, and it hurts really bad at that point, but it's refreshing at the same time to like have a clean slate and like there's
I've
like
never
nothing
thought
I
about
can
it that
do.
way.
Yeah.
Like I've never thought about it that way because for me it's like I definitely save my stuff to the cloud, back up my things because I'm just like I want these images to last in my mind. I don't want to lose, And I don't know. I've never thought about it in the way you're saying. Maybe it could be refreshing.
It was for me because I didn't have no more space. Like I was deleting apps. I deleted everything. I deleted notes because after I updated my phone, and that's the one thing that I do that I really regret that I do is like I'll wait for at least 3 months after an update comes out because it's always like a glitch. And then sometimes I'll wait too long, and so if you wait too long to update your phone, it'll start to mess up. Like once you finally update it. So like once I did that, I couldn't do anything. It was like you literally need this much space for this and this and this and this. And so I had to delete damn near everything to just do one thing. And it was like, damn, I don't have Snapchat anymore. So I deleted it to do that. And so that happened right after. And so I was able to like just start over. And now I can just take a bunch of pictures and live my best life.
Yeah.
It's like my mind I felt like my mind was cluttered because I couldn't do anything. I have no storage.
That's crazy.
Yeah, subconsciously my mind is my phone.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's an extension of you.
Yeah, that's the first thing I look for when I wake up.
Oh, for sure. That's your best friend.
Yeah, out of my sleep, like it could be 3:00 in the morning, and I'm looking for my phone because I don't look at a clock anymore. What the fuck do I need a clock or a watch for? This what time it is. I'm looking at my phone for the time, the weather, the news, to communicate with people, to get me where I need to be, the map. I don't need anything outside of my phone. As long as I got a full battery, I'm good.
Man, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like I do appreciate coming up in the time where I'm seeing the transition each phase of like being with this wavelength, and then oh shoot, technology kicks in. Oh shoot, the internet. Cause like now, the big thing is just. I mean, technology is a big thing. You want to make money? Get in that right now.
Oh yeah,
like right now, because it's like in any capacity. Even if, like right now, what's really getting hot is artificial intelligence. So like Lois of Keys, they might start having to where you don't have to have, like I think you said this. I can't remember, but you like won't have to have a car anymore. Maybe can just have a driver, but it's like a robot thing. Yeah, people gonna start getting that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
and it's like we've always had access to these things, but in today's day, like I was talking about this with a friend, it's like retail is basically what you don't want to invest your money in.
No.
I'm not trying to go to the mall for shit. Period. Like, I really have to be desperate and I have to need that. And if I'm going to the mall, I'm going for that particular thing and that's it. Don't talk to me about nothing. Just ring me up and get me out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be there for anything. And I miss out on that experience of being in the mall. Those possible human interactions that I'm gonna possibly have. Like, I'm avoiding that because I don't want to have them. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in my house and I want to shop in peace.
Yeah, deliver that shit to my doorstep.
I don't need the road rage.
Let me use this app to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Easy. It's
but
so easy.
Technology has been mad beneficial, right? It's definitely made significant changes with our communication, jobs even. So that's great. What scares me about it is like, dang, the more technology that we get out there, the less, the more I feel like my human nature is being taken away. Like it's like we no longer will be able to think for ourselves. We'll have a robot telling us how to think, or a chip.
I don't think so, because we still, like, even now, like, nobody's telling me not to go to the mall. I'm telling myself, because I want to be around people. I don't want to have to fight you for a parking spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do any of that. But I do think that we're evolving as a culture, like, we went from the horse and buggy to having a car. And I'm sure they were like, man, we taken away from real life by using these cars. It's just like, it's a new normal.
Yeah,
I don't think that I don't think computers can ever outsmart people.
Well, we make them.
That's the thing. And like everything that we make, it has a glitch. So they're gonna have their imperfections.
Look, she's looking like,
I don't know, man. Like, cause like the thing about a computer, it's like it has the potential to access all information that is in existence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as far as like, I mean, just think about the internet.
Yeah.
You're thinking about a machine having access to the
All
internet.
that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean,
But we fuel that. Like, even with the information, it's like, if I wanted to know something about you guys, right now I can look it up. I can know, like, 5 people that are close to you. Your mom, your dad. Without you telling me anything, I can find so much out about you. So it's really, like, based on the people and how we use it. The computers aren't looking us up. The computers aren't trying to find out things about us. It's people. We use them to our advantage.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I just think about like iRobot and like some of that shit, and I'm like,
Michelle's
damn,
like,
bro,
oh,
like,
in a robot
like,
that
the world about
to
to
my head.
end, like Terminator up in this bitch. Like,
I do agree with what Chamelle was saying. Like, I do feel like since we created it, it's more so it can have a glitch. And because it has that glitch, it does, in a sense, depend on the makers, us. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all gotta watch Black Mirror, y'all.
I'm about to check it out.
That shit be on some crazy, like...
The last episode I saw was like the social media effect.
Yeah.
With the girl who was like trying to get the likes.
Yeah.
That shit was wild, yo. Because I was like, this is so real.
Yeah.
This is so prevalent. Like, this really will affect your whole mood if you post some shit and you only got 10 likes. It's like, so this was only worth 10 for y'all? Like, like, it's like money. It's like currency at this point. Like,
it is definitely content is currency.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Content, and you know, I was looking at a video or maybe I listened to a podcast, but either way, I got that from what the dude was saying. He was like, you know what? He said, forget college. Like, he's like, you want to start making money, create content.
No, I mean,
content
for sure.
is the currency. Like that. That's it. And this is no, white guy. So it's like, they kind of maybe have some secrets we don't have entirely. So if a white guy saying that, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm already thinking on the same wavelength.
I was talking about that with a friend today, like with college. It's like, for me, in my mind, if you go to college and you can't flip the things that you got from that, because my friend was like, damn, I know how to do so many different things just off of shit that I had to do, like classes I had to take. It didn't necessarily go with my major, but I had to take it, and now I know how to do things because of this. It's like, if you didn't use those things and to flip or turn that into your own business, that's kind of on you. You know what I'm saying? College is a tool just like anything. Like, if you, like Jay-Z talks about how being a drug dealer really made him good at math.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'd be on the train, and then like just being that and the way he would add and stuff like that translated into being able to rap. So I feel like you are the determination of your resources. Like, some people say college is a waste. It's just all about the person who goes.
I do agree with that. What were you gonna say?
Well, I agree as well. I think things are what you make of it.
Yeah, of course.
In retrospect, I went to a 4-year college and everything, and in retrospect, it's like, okay, I learned some things, but if I had the knowledge
myself.
if I had the knowledge that I do now, and if I could go back, I would definitely go back and not go, because it really wasn't even worth the money. But at the same time, I do appreciate that experience, and since it happened, I'm okay with it. That it happened, and I'm making the best out of it.
My story is the exact same as yours, as far as that goes. Like, I feel the same way. It's like, if I could go back in time, I definitely probably wouldn't have gone to college. And if I did go to college, it would be later on when I was already making money. Like,
for sure.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's because you're creative.
It's because if I go back, like, at that time, I'm going back for me. It's not like, society teaches you, oh, go to college. You're taught this from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. And then you go to college and then you get out with debt and then you can't find a job. So you send me out with debt and I can't find a job? Like, wait a minute, this might be more stifling than what I'm thinking.
Like, I feel like the older generation loves to push that on you. Like, I know a lot of dumbass niggas who got their degrees. I mean, dumb. Like, they just...
And they have no common sense. It's
exactly. They literal professional professional students because life gives them the pass. They're college students, so they can do what they want. You know what I'm saying? I just tell kids that are at that age where they graduate, whatever it is you want to do, just do it to your full,
and start as early as possible.
Exactly. Do as much research as you possibly can. College gives you that structure. If you're ready to get out and you're ready to just be on your own, you don't listen to your parents, college is cool to do that for you. You get that refund check. Your parents help you with a few bills. You know what I'm saying?
You enjoy the experience.
They're not looking at you like you a bum. You don't have to go out and get that job and like that's what you do day to day. Like you have the opportunity to network with different people. It's just like this dream that they try to sell with college is that you get out, you got a job.
You gonna get money.
Great career. You gonna make 6 figures. You gonna be happy with your career, and that's not the case.
Not at all.
You really have to jug that shit. Like you're selling something on the corner. It's really like you gotta take classes. You gotta be very mindful of the classes that you take, and it gotta be something that you're like, okay, cool. I learned that because my parents, like my cousin, she was an art major. She had changed her major, and she was a little bit older than me. And I was telling her like, "This is what I want to do," and she was like, "Don't go to college for this. If you want to be an artist, bro,
that's true though.
Do not go to college. Don't let that be your major. Go to college for something else because you're an artist on your own. Exactly. Be a business major.
And I did that too. Like I took the risk. I went to a media based college. Of course, I have a business degree. Yeah. But it's just still like I went to that type of school, and I feel like. I don't know. I feel like it was like a fairy tale type thing. It's like y'all weren't being real. Cause it's like loads of kids being in entertainment. I don't have to go to school. You can learn. Yeah. Entertainment is learned through internships and relationship building. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you find yourself 20 years later in a director of HR. Or I'm sorry, not HR, but A&R. Yeah, at a record label, right? Exactly. So it's like that's what I'm learning. So it's like I agree. If I could go back, I wouldn't have gone to college, especially with what I want to do. And it's crazy because, and I wish I could have gone back in time and maybe done piano more. I'm talking about being, like actually stay with it because it's like I was reading a guy, the founder of Spotify. Yeah. At 13, he started making websites. This is just his passion, right? He started making websites. At 13, he's charging people $100 to $200. A year later, he's making $5,000 a site. At 18, he had 25 employees under him, and he was making $50,000 a month. We need to do. You see, where the black community specifically don't do that whole we taught to go to college and all this, but we not really taught to start young. I should have started doing making my business at 13 years old. Yeah. You see, you know what I'm saying? That's how I really feel. But no, go ahead.
But I mean, it's just the way people are bred sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes entrepreneurship is just like not even a thought. For some people because they see the rule book and you graduate high school, then you go to college and then you hopefully find a job that's within your major. You work for 30, 40, 50 years at the same place and you work your way up and you hope you have enough money for retirement.
It's like a whole book. It's like a whole society.
This is your progression basically in front of you. This is how you're going to move. And it's like people are like, this is the safest way. And I feel like in our community specifically, it's like, I was talking about this with a friend. She was talking about how she really wants to start a nonprofit where she helps children. And her friend was saying, well, make sure that you leave it open. You don't want people to think it's just for this group of girls. And she was like, I'm not saying that I don't, but I feel like in this particular community, they don't really get the upper hand when it comes to business, like progressing your money or like what you do when you get it, how to grow it further. Like me and my cousin were discussing this also. He was like, my mom was able to tell me her job was to teach me how to be a hard worker. That's all she knew. You know what I'm saying? Her mom taught her, well, this is how you get a job and keep a job, because we come from different backgrounds. Our situations were different. We didn't have the opportunity to just be like, okay, I'm going to college, so it's a big deal for us to go to college and graduate. That's the ultimate goal, because there's not a lot of us from their generation that did that or were able to do that. That was a privilege. So for them, that's the American dream, because they saw on the other side of the tracks that's what works for them. But when we got to that point, we were like, this bitch don't even come to class. She just got money. Like,
You're like,
she don't know shit.
You're like, this degree not working. Like, you know what I'm
It don't
saying?
work like that. The reason why she got that job is because her uncle owns that company.
Right.
She just got it because it looks cute. Like, she don't know nothing. She cheat off of me, bruh.
She cheat out of me.
Like, but I mean,
Yeah.
and then they tell you that, and then it's like, if you don't do that though, the other side of it is like, well, you a bum. You ain't doing
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
Nobody's
yeah.
gonna help you. Nobody's
That's
gonna
weird.
help
You didn't go to
be an
college, like,
entrepreneur.
you know?
Yeah, nobody's
They make it
nurturing.
sound bad, but you know what? That's why I shared with y'all in the group chat. I was sharing with y'all Dame Dash. Like, I literally
Oh,
been
yeah, I
looking
love him.
I've been listening to his podcast, and also I
Yeah.
did find out he has a podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you that.
listening-
Like, but I wasn't 100%.
Yeah, I wasn't. So I looked it up and I
Yeah.
found it. I found he does have a podcast, and I was like, dang, he need to make one. He has
Yeah.
one. So he has a podcast I listen to. I also watch his visual, podcast as well. But his main thing is like, and it's crazy because he's from New York, so he already talk hard, and he's a man on top of that. You know how they can be. So, but it's funny because if you actually get past that and listen to what he's saying, look, like, get your own business. Do not be an employee. Like, do not settle. Like, stop being scared.
Yep.
You know, and I watched the recent one where he had that TMZ reporter on there. The one that did Kanye
Dan
West.
Lathan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was talking to him. He was like, yo, like, he was really asking him, why won't you go on your own? You got the momentum, which is true. He got the momentum going, all this. And the guy was like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm just need to plan it out, stuff like that. And Dame Dash like, nah, just do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, man, I'm going to tell you, like, I'm planning it out. Like, I'm not comfortable doing that yet. And Dame Dash was like, you know what, how old are you? He was like, I'm 38. He was like, and how many kids you got? He was like, 2. He was like, you never going to do it. And the reason he mentioned the age, the kids, is because he's like, dude, you need to be able to leave a legacy to your family. Like, you can't leave TMZ job to your family after you're gone. That's because it's not yours to give.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He like, get your own business. Like, that's one thing I can appreciate about Dame Dash. Like, he definitely enforces that. Like, okay, you want to do this? Okay, you might have to work a 9-to-5 job. He's like, me personally, I don't want to do that. I took the risk. He said, what I learned to do
That's
was
the thing about Dame Dash that I appreciate, because nobody will tell you that. Like, oh, you want to do it? Do it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everybody be like, no.
Like,
well,
trying
you
to
gotta
scare
do
you.
this.
Yeah.
Or what if this happens?
Yeah.
Or everybody's on some worst case scenario shit. And it's like, do it.
Yeah.
You already, the reason why you haven't is because you care about the people that you have to take care of. So you gonna keep that same energy going into it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna just all of a sudden get irresponsible because you're doing this. Even if anything, you're gonna be more responsible because you know the risk that you're taking.
Fight
You're
or
going
flight,
to be more strategic about the moves that you make. People aren't conditioned to be positive when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was telling my friend that, like, I was like, relatives always want to ask you what you're doing. But then when you tell them, like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you try to tell them about it, it's like, I'm over it. Like, I don't want to hear about it. I'm disengaged. I just wanted to know what you was doing. It's like, it's so hard to get people to support you also.
Yeah.
And a couple of things. Okay, one thing you said about, he said he kept planning it out. Like, he's bringing a plan. Like, one thing that I have learned, you have to pull the fucking trigger.
Yep.
You can plan all this
day,
time.
man.
Like, it's the same with, like, because I know, I have musician friends and this, that, and the other, and okay, I just gotta make sure it's perfect. I gotta wait for the right time to release the mixtape, and it's like, oh, even with me in my video work, like, there's still shit in my vault that I haven't even released. There's been shit that I get so caught up over like 5 frames.
And you like, I'm
you
not
know
doing
what I'm saying?
it.
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, can you ever really get art perfect?
And that's the thing. That's the balance that you have to have. Is you gotta know, okay, I just have to start putting shit
I gotta
out.
put this content out. I gotta put this service out. I gotta put this product out. Whatever
I gotta
it is.
trust myself.
Yeah.
I gotta trust, even if I'm not, like, you're going to always be a person who is a perfectionist when it comes to your work. You're always gonna be sensitive about your shit because you're an artist.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I know that even though I don't know how I feel about this, I know I ain't putting out no corny shit. I know I ain't got no trash shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not my best, I know for me, I never came at this with, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really feel like it's trash, you're not going to even entertain the thought of putting it out. So it's really like you said, pulling the trigger and just being like, I'm going to trust it and I'm going to just see what happens.
And I'm going to have no fear.
Yeah.
No fear.
Like, no fear. Like, you can't have fear. Like, Dame Dash makes, like, amazing points. He's just you know, he's like, just do it. Like, just do it.
Just do
and
it.
even more so, he said, okay, let's say you trying to get your money up. He's like, you know what I learned from the drug game? The drug game, you flip.
Yep.
Okay, you got a product and entertainment that's selling. You make $2,000 off of it. Make 4,000.
Yeah, double
Flip
up.
it again.
Daniels,
You know?
a couple million. That nigga was like, who? Dame Dash, who?
Right.
No, but I mean, that's another thing. Like, having the money and gambling it. Because he gave it to this guy. He fronted it to him. And he kind of skated out.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
But I mean, that's another thing that also goes into fear, right? Because there are people who are afraid to lose money.
Of course.
Sure.
Right?
That's-
And rightfully so,
that's
right?
normal.
You want to make sure you get a return on your investment.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to fucking take the
Sometimes
the
you gotta take the
risk.
L.
Yeah,
like
you have-
that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You learn from it. You learn what not to do, and you
Exactly.
switch it. You
And
flip again. Like, okay,
That's
I'm gonna
the
flip it
best
until I'm
way
gonna get
to
it right.
manage your money.
That's it.
By doing it and being like, that was an L, I'm not doing that no more.
Right.
Yeah, you learn.
And unfortunately, it's an emotional attachment because we have that to money, and I understand why. But to me, I learned my lessons when I'm actually feel it in my heart, my good. When I feel it, and that's just kind of life is. You learn not to love someone again based off, okay, they did this and it hurt me emotionally. Boom, I know not to do that. Oh shoot, I invested in this business, it didn't work out. Dang, that hurt.
Yeah.
I know what not to. Like, we pay attention to stuff like that versus getting slapped on the wrist. We just like, oh, okay. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and all it takes is one time to be right.
Yeah.
If you fail, quote unquote fail, I don't believe in failure, I just believe in experience, right?
Yes.
All it takes, if you fail 11 times, if you're right on that
one
12th
time, yeah.
And some people might flip it and be like, okay, well, what if you're wrong, right? But for me, it's like, at least I fucking tried.
Yeah, trial and error is really the way.
But
like,
eventually
we
it's
trial
gonna-
and error
yeah.
everything.
Eventually you're gonna get what you're wanting because you keep.
You
And
have
sometimes
to be
you keep
hard-headed
going
about
with
it.
Especially if you're looking at it strategically, you're not just like going out there like,
Yeah.
I'm shooting shots, I don't care what happens. If you're looking at it like, okay, this is where I went wrong. If you're fixing something every time, eventually you're going to get their shit right. And that's another thing. People are so pessimistic prone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People just be so ready to be like, oh, what if this or what if that? It's like, but on the flip side, what if
this?
What if I do this instead of doing that? So that don't happen. It's like you can be realistic without being pessimistic. You don't have to be realistic. Like, well, me being realistic is thinking the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario could happen, but because I know it could happen, this is what I'm gonna do to prevent it from happening.
Yeah.
Like, people are afraid to take that L, and it's like, that L is not really an L, like you said.
Exactly.
But everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur, right? We are a business owner. We understand that. Now, you know, because it definitely takes a certain mindset. Like you say, like you can't have that fear that's in place in order to, you know, make that move. Like right now, I'm fearless. We doing after 2 a.m. This is a business.
Yeah.
We are taking that risk.
Yeah.
We are investing time, money, whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm in that hub.
Yeah.
Versus somebody else would be like, how much we have to do for man, I think we should just stop.
Yeah. It's
Like-
not for you if you're one of those people. Like, if you like, damn, so how much gas is it going to take me to get where I need to be? And,
Right.
nah, I'm going to skip today. I'm not doing it. Like, some people, and I'm not shooting on people who have jobs.
Yeah.
It's like there are people that are for everything.
Yeah,
there's
for
people that are
It's
supposed to do certain
basically,
things.
I get what you're saying. It's some people that are meant to work a 9 to 5 for the next 40 years.
And it's some people who are content and okay with that.
Right.
as
Yeah, and
well.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
If-
fine.
If you're content and okay with that, that's perfect.
I'm not content with it.
Yeah.
So I can't settle. I can't just continue my life working this desk job, being unhappy. Like, I can't settle. And so that's what makes, I feel like, myself different than a 9 to 5 average person. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, because I think college also helps you open your mind to other things that you might be talented at. You know what I'm saying? And not just necessarily just college individually, but because there are a lot of people that are good at multiple things. And it's like, I say this all the time, it's like, I'm too talented to be at this job.
Yeah.
Like, I could be out here making money doing other things that I'm good at doing, but I don't have no money.
Yeah,
So it's like,
I
it's
gotta
hard
work
for me
the
to start.
job.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm only here to get the money to flip.
And that's where people stop, right?
Yep.
Because when you work a 9 to 5, all of us work 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you wake up, you drive for us 45 plus minutes.
To an hour, yeah.
in fucking Dallas traffic. People are fucking crazy on the road. You make it to work.
Yeah.
You sit at this desk or whatever you're doing for 8 hours.
Yeah.
You know, you maybe get a 30-hour-minute break, which on my break, I'm putting in work on my businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of every fucking opportunity you can within that 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you're getting paid.
Yeah.
And I'm using y'all computer. I'm using your Wi-Fi for all my side shit. I'm doing 2 jobs at one time.
I'm using all these
You know what I'm saying?
resources,
I'm
man.
using all my resources to make this shit pop, because this ultimately is what I'm going to be living off of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to find a way to make it work, because it's so easy to be like, well, when I get off of work, I'm going to go home and I'm going to do this. You not going to want to do that. After you done got out of traffic, and if you got to go to the grocery store, if you have to go buy food, you know, just considering you live alone, it's like very tiring.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do, especially if you have a job that you have to bring home, is go home and like try to stay up late to work on your shit, because 9 times out of 10 you're groggy.
Yeah.
I'm drowsy. I'm sleepy. I'm not really into it. I can't really give 100% to this because I'm drained.
I'm tired
from
from working for somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So by the time I come home, I can't work on my own stuff.
And lose
you
that
know?
time.
Exactly, and that's the system that's put in place. That's on
Yeah,
purpose.
it makes it way harder.
Newsflash,
Right,
like,
message.
That's why.
like,
That's part of why it's a 1%, because like we're put in this system to where
course,
they
man.
want to exhaust you, so you can't find
right.
a way out.
So you be like,
right?
oh, I'm just gonna do this.
1%.
Yeah.
I bring that shit out all the time, because it's like the 99 is conditioned, and it's a lot of people that are content with, hey, I clock in, I know how much I'm gonna get paid, I know that I give you this much of my time, and I'm fine with that. I don't know what else to do with the rest of my time. I remember what I was taught, and this is how I'm gonna move, and that's fine. But for the people that are like ADHD with their shit, they're like, I got all this shit, you know what I'm saying? I can do this so well, and I'm so good at this. It's like, I don't want to be doing this only thing to get money.
I know Dame Dash is like, he's a businessman, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, you know, just even another podcast I listened to, he had somebody else on there, but it was just the aspect to say like, oh, I'm not ready. You know, I gotta learn how to do it first before I can get into it. He said, I have created motor oil. I have, you know, as far as the brand, I have done a record label. I have done movies. I have done this and that. He said, my point in saying that is, I learned the job by the experience.
By the experience of
not by
doing
trying to
it.
read about it.
That's another thing college fucks you up at. Because when you get out of college, you apply for the job and they're like, we need 10 years experience. It's like, nigga,
How's that
I
possible?
just graduated. I wasn't even in school for 10 years.
Right.
You need 10 years of experience. It took me 4 to learn the basics of this.
Yeah.
I need 10 years on hand experience.
Like,
it's like
dang,
a waiting, it's a process. Like he said, you gotta jump out there. You gotta pull that trigger and just be like, all right, if I fail, at least I know what not to do.
Yeah. And you know, it just brings me to this podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Because we started this podcast just basically hitting the ground running. Like, there was still stuff that we were trying to plan out. But we're like, well, here's the
we gotta
thing.
just do it.
Yeah, we set a date. It was the May 25th, 27th, something like that. 25th. Yeah. Okay, we're like, okay, no matter what,
we're releasing
by May
content.
25th, we're releasing this motherfucking episode.
Yeah.
And
that was it.
And
that was
it.
started after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Taking that risk, jumping in, head first, feet first, however you want to say it. We jumped in, guys.
And it's going to be scary.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And I've talked to y'all about this. You know, this podcast in itself, it's such a new area for me to be this vulnerable and open in this public manner.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's different.
And I still have walls to break down.
Yeah.
But guess what? That's called growth.
Yeah.
This business, low-key, is even self-improving ourselves. Like, you know, because we're learning further. We were learning more. Oh, shoot, I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could learn this skill. Oh, shoot, this opening up a door I didn't know I could talk about. You know, it's definitely, we are in front of a camera, but it's a therapeutic session.
Yeah,
that is what we do in this vehicle. Like, when we all talk to each other, we do, you know, we do the podcast, it's a therapy session.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's really like getting off of work and going home and doing that You know what I'm saying? Like having the energy to be like, all right, this is what we're doing. Like we communicate every at least 4 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
We're within communication. We're meeting up. We're planning, and we're really like, hey, I wasn't ready for this shit. None of us were, because we all have 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And then we have daily lives that we're squeezing into it. So it's just like, we're like, damn, so we meeting up today? All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you may not want to spend that gas to go where you got to go. You know what I'm saying? So that we can do this. But it's like, well, let's try it, you know? And it's like, that at the end of the day, once you see that, okay, well, I believe in myself enough to take that chance. And once you take that chance, you're not going to let it be an L.
Yeah.
You're going to be determined not to let that be an L. So you're going to be like, all right, that looked like it worked. That didn't. So we're going to move this way going forward so we can make the shit pop. Like, just don't ever feel like, okay, well, this was a bad day. That's the end all be all. Because as long as you got breath in your body, it can always be turned into a W.
Man. That's true. Message. Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that. Message. Like anybody listening, to the podcast, I would encourage, if you have an idea, if you have a business you want to start, do it now, because you've already wasted 7 years. And when I say that, I actually read that it takes 7 years to truly master a skill. Yeah. So you've already wasted time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just started. Yeah. We got 7 years to master this. You get what I'm saying?
And I feel like we've been working on this, not necessarily knowing, subconsciously, for the time that we've been building to the point where we were going to be entrepreneurs. Because we didn't just pull the trigger like, oh, I got an idea, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? We've been building up to this point.
Yeah, it's been,
you know what I'm saying?
Before we even knew each other.
Before we even knew each other. Yes. Like,
it's crazy.
And we're at that point where now we're like, I'm pulling the trigger. You know what I'm saying? So we might be 5 years in.
Yeah.
By the time we 7 years in, we perfected it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at rappers all the time who talk about, oh, well, I knew Rick Ross when he was a security guard. You know what I'm saying? And I was cutting hair. And it's like, you do take that time, and it's a process, you know?
It is a process.
To learn the business, to perfect it, perfect your craft, and know, like, to really do it good. Like,
patience.
Exactly. Just be patient. Nothing in life is going to come easy.
Bro, eventually people might call us and be like, you know what? I know, Ammi, that you were a part of After 2 a.m. You're a part of After 2 a.m. Like, you all started a whole business. This is when we making money, right?
Yeah.
I want to pay you so amount to help me start my own business. Boom, business consultant. We had just added that title to our resume.
Of course.
And the reason we can say I'm a business consultant, because we actually built a brand from the ground up, bootlegging and all, like bootlegging the funds. You see my point?
Amanda Seal said that. She was like, I've been through the mud. Like, they were talking to her, like, we remember you when you were doing this. Like, Amanda Seals is a singer. She's an actress.
Yeah.
DJ.
She's a DJ. She's a rapper. She was in Lettucey. I didn't even know poetry. She was in poetry. And she was like, I can do Smart, Funny, and Black all on my own and have my team of people, because there was a point where I was trying to do CDs, but that shit wasn't working. So that's why I know how to print, and I can do all this shit for Smart, Funny, and Black, and I don't have to manufacture that shit out.
Crazy.
I can do it on my own. It's like, you may think that you're doing this shit in vain, but it's really a process. Give it time to nourish and grow. Don't cut the tree down because it ain't, like, don't stop watering the plant because it's not a full-blown tree. It takes time.
It does take time. And that's, one of my favorite quotes is, a lot of times people are afraid for other people to see them starting at the bottom. And that's why they never stop. They never start. And it's just like, you gotta
be at the bottom, though.
You have to understand the process.
You can't skip to the middle?
I mean, how do you build a fucking house? You build a foundation first.
Thank you.
You know, how do you build a
make
mansion?
sure it's steady.
You know what I mean?
Each time you make sure it's steady. Each time you go steady. Okay, I'm climbing this ladder. It's steady. Like, dude, you gotta have a foundation. If you don't have that, then what are you doing?
That's why I like the Real Housewives versus the Kardashians. And I know this is like Sam's left,
but Real Housewives of Atlanta or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I like that
because they weren't necessarily rich. You know what I'm saying? But you can see that now, like Nene Leakes, for example. She got money. You know what I'm saying? She's a household name. Household name. I seen, like, her driving a Nissan. You know what I'm saying? And now she's driving a Rari. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's nothing wrong with that. I seen the progression, though. Versus, like, Kylie Jenner. Like, she got money. She always had money.
From money.
That's not relatable. I love to see a story where somebody was like, I'm driving a Kia today, but I was broke last week, but today be a new day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I read up real quick.
Exactly. That makes you excited because it's like you were not supposed to be at this point.
Yeah.
Like how did you get the courage to be like, I ain't got no money, but I'm gonna take this $6 and I'm gonna see what it do.
Like, but to me, for me, it's not about the money, but knowing what money can do as far as the luxury and us. Like, we can be. That is what excites me, because it's like that's actually the life I deserve. Yeah. And everybody might not think they deserve it or even want it. That's fine. That's why I'm Ammi. Because for me, it's like I want to be rewarded. I want to be able to afford that nice house. I want to be able to afford that G-Wagon. I want to be able to give my mom and dad money if they need it. Oh, go on a trip, mom and dad. Yeah. Go. I want to be able to pay for my brother to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, for me, it's more than just Ammi in the mix. I want to create a business and a brand to help support generations, past me.
Yeah. As soon as I make a meal, I'm taking care of all my brothers. All my brothers dead.
Y'all good.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna put this shit. We about to get to the business.
But yeah, I mean, for sure, like, it's definitely risk involved. I still love it. Regardless, from the conversations we have to the arguments we might get into, it's all for a bigger picture.
Yeah. That's like that sisterly love. That shit brings in the girlfriend theme song. No, for real. It's like, we're definitely going through it together, and for me, it's like, the money's cute, and I think that's cool to be able to pull up in a Lambo and shit. Yeah. But honestly, I just don't want money to be an issue for me. Like, I don't want to have to care about freedom. It's a big thing that I feel like is so small and insignificant that I don't even want to have to worry about it.
Exactly.
It's a problem that I don't feel like I should have to have.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. Like, I don't want nobody around me that I truly love and has been around to have that problem either.
Exactly.
I put it on my back for that.
And that right there is my American dream. Having my own business, not having to worry about the money, having financial freedom, and also inner peace. Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
I just gave you what
that's all I need.
That's my American dream right there.
Can I get that?
Hey, listen. Man, that's some crazy stuff. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's a good combo.
Yeah, and just really quick, my last little note on it, just like on a spiritual note, real quick. Yeah. Because, I mean, I think it is. I think it is all important. It's just like, this is the only time that we will have this experience, this consciousness within this body at this moment, at this time. Like, this is fucking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just thinking about that, it's like, why not go for it?
Why not?
This is it, yo. I mean, what if you believe in reincarnation, if you believe you disappear when you die, or if you go to heaven or whatever, the one thing that kind of is an agreement among all of those is that this right here, Michelle Miller in this body, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. In this consciousness.
In this time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is fucking it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I gotta do it now.
Yeah. So, I mean, just go for it, y'all. Life is too fucking short. People getting shot.
Life is free.
Bro. People die every day, man. Just be great at whatever you do.
Just go for
anything you can imagine. If you see your name in lights on stage, that means it's possible. If you want to be a chef and you actually can envision the name of your restaurant and it being in the papers or becoming that means, like, anything you can envision means it's already happened. Now you got to get to it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like for me, I literally feel like we're going to get to a certain point and I'm going to have a deja vu back to this time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can definitely see it.
That deja vu a trip.
About that today. We're like, damn, we popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And one thing that I kind of like to say is make your dreams, instead of saying it's a dream, make it a future reality. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's good wording.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Message.
Yeah. Damn, they dropping
bombs right now.
Bombs over Baghdad right now. Yeah. Don't get discouraged, because people are so, like, prone to being like, I don't want to disappoint myself or you, so this may not happen. No.
Just try.
Just try.
It's a
Believe
disservice.
in yourself.
It's a disservice if you don't.
Fearlessly.
It
really is.
Try fearlessly. Like, I don't need you trying and you're scared to make every single move. It's scary, yes, but I'm not gonna let that hold me back. Like, that's a no-go.
Whether you go to college, whether you graduate college and there's no job opportunities, don't ever give up on yourself. These are moments in time that will pass. You know, keep going. It gets better. And keep pushing.
Stay on that grind.
Stay on that grind. It's gonna get better, my guy, my girl.
my guy, my girl.
My God.
And of course, this will be the series finale for right now for the podcast. What we will be doing, you know, we talked about business and making moves, things of that nature, being encouraged. We definitely have to feed that to ourselves every single day, doing after 2 a.m. Like, y'all are going on the journey right now. It's not easy. Well, even with this break, we will definitely come back with y'all with great content, better things to talk about, I guess. More things that y'all can tell us what you feel about it. So that's definitely what we'll be doing on this break as well. Like, you know. Yeah,
and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube, because something just go off? Okay, yeah, I guess the light just went off. But what we will be doing, we'll be producing more YouTube specific content, Instagram content. We have a lot of ideas for skits and just different things we want to talk about that isn't quite appropriate for a podcast. But might be better for, you know, YouTube video or Instagram video. So go to our YouTube right now and subscribe.
Follow the Instagram. Follow the other, you know, we definitely have our podcast on iTunes, things like Spotify. Please do go ahead and go follow us on there. Check it off your list, you know what I'm saying? But we'll be back with great content, you know. For sure, we definitely appreciate the love. Continue letting us know how you feel about the podcast, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah, and also one thing real quick, we still may be doing live podcasts. So we may post live podcasts during this little quote-unquote break that we're taking. So just be on the lookout. That's why you need to get on our Instagram, ASAP Rocky, right now. Go follow our Instagram, because we're going to update everything on there.
Message.
Yeah. All right, y'all. And I guess
that's
officially after 2
a.m. Shoot.
I'm proud of us, y'all. Season 1.
We made it. Season 1.
Go ahead, hit that ball.